In the last section, we spoke about a couple of different questions you might have had after we went over that little CodePen project. Now we're going to start to move forward. The first big topic that we're going to talk about is JSX. So I want to make sure that you have a really solid footing in it and understand a lot of the rules behind it and exactly how it behaves. Now, in order to learn more about JSX, we need to be able to write JSX in the first place. We need some place where we can write this code out and then mess around with it a little bit. Now, so far, we wrote a little bit of JSX over on CodePen, and CodePen is fantastic. It's a great tool. We're going to use it several times throughout this course. However, my goal in this course overall is to make sure that you understand how to work on professional-grade React projects. So rather than continuing to use CodePen, we're going to move over to our local code editors, and we're going to generate a project on your computer. That's going to more closely emulate how professionals work on React projects. So rather than using CodePen, we need to generate a new project or a new React project on your local computer. In order to do so, we're going to go through a couple of different steps. Each of the steps that you see right here are pretty straightforward, but understanding what's going on is a little bit more challenging. The first thing we have to do is make sure that you have Node.js installed on your local machine. After that, we're going to install a tool called Create React App, which we're going to use to generate a new React project. And after that, we can then start to play around with JSX a little bit. Now, in this video in particular, I want to focus on just making sure that you have Node.js installed on your local machine. As a quick note, if you know that you already have Node.js installed, then feel free to pause this video and move on to the next video. Otherwise, stick around. Now, if you're not sure if you have Node already installed on your local machine, you can open up a terminal and run the command node-v, like so. When you run that command, you should see a number like this appear. If you don't see a number, if you see an error message that says command not recognized or command not found, that means that you probably don't have Node installed, and you need to go through the installation process. So let's do that together right now. In order to install Node, we're going to open up a new browser tab and navigate to that link that you see on the screen. So I'm going to take that link, I'm going to open up a new tab, and I'm going to navigate to it. And then you'll see a page like this appear. The Node.js installation process is pretty straightforward. You'll just pick the installer for your particular operating system. And then if you're on Linux, you can get the Linux version down here as well. So I'm on Mac OS, so I would download the Mac OS installer. It's a pretty quick download. I have nonetheless gone ahead and downloaded it ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me download it. So once you download that installer, you'll see a window like this appear. Even if you're on Windows, you're going to see a very similar message. All we have to do here is click continue, 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 and so on, and that's pretty much it. Then after you go through the installation process, we can then open up our terminal again and make sure that Node was successfully installed by running node-v. You should see a number appear. Now, if you don't see that number appear after going through the installation process, that's totally fine. As a quick note, in order to get that number to appear, you might have to restart your terminal. You probably don't have to restart your whole computer, just your terminal. Make sure you close down and quit every terminal or command line window you have open, and then start it back up and try running node-v again. All right, so assuming that everything got set up a-okay, let's continue in the next section where we're going to download this Create React App tool and then use it to generate a new project. So quick break and I'll see you in just a minute.